Hello, my beautiful healing people. I wasn't around yesterday. I was practicing listening to my body and not having guilt and taking a rest after my YouTube readings, my love readings. So, I wanted to come on and do a wound from that book. I know they can be very triggering, so you never have to listen if you're feeling triggered or if it feels like too much. You're not required to listen. So I just wanted to put that out there that you're safe. There's no pressure. But yeah, I also got that parenting oracle that I told you I ordered. So I'm going to do a reading with that as well later. But first, I just wanted to read a wound from that Sacred Wounding book by the Reckoning Co. I'm still waiting for, I ordered like a rough copy of my book. I'm still waiting for that to come, and I'm just going to wait until it comes before I start. I want to start reading from that as well. So, which one did I want to talk about today? Which one? I want to talk about cognitive dissonance. That's what I want to talk about. So cognitive dissonance is a confusion between your head and your heart. It can happen, Hang on. Sorry about that. So cognitive dissonance can happen. It can happen when you have trauma, for sure. Confusion between the head and the heart. For me, it happened when I was being gaslit because you don't know what to trust anymore. Your intuition could be telling you that I think I'm being gaslit, or I think I'm in an unhealthy situation, but your self-doubt, your mind, your fear, your ego, your trauma could tell you that you're imagining things, that you're just asking for too much, that you're not understanding. So cognitive dissonance is a hard energy to be in. You can also get cognitive dissonance when you're dealing with an inconsistent energy. So like maybe you have a boss or a parent or a partner or a friend who's kind of like hot and cold with you. It can create confusion with that inconsistent energy. And for me, it was, like I said, that experience that I went through that I spoke about with gaslighting. I really did have cognitive dissonance big time. And it took me a while to get back into my heart space and out of my head. So I want to read Cognitive Dissonance to you. It's a quote by Albert Einstein. I have a tattoo of a quote by Albert Einstein on my arm. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Cognitive dissonance is the tension between what you believe and what you experience, the moment when reality no longer aligns with the stories you've been telling yourself. It is the discomfort of realizing that something you once held as truth may not be true at all, and so the mind resists. It clings to old narratives, justifies contradictions, and avoids the deeper reckoning. Because to admit the truth, to acknowledge the misalignment, means facing the unknown, letting go of certainty, and stepping into a space where you no longer have all the answers, and that is terrifying. But growth is not about staying comfortable. It is about evolving beyond the illusions that no longer serve you. The discomfort of cognitive dissonance is not punishment. It is an invitation to question, to expand, to rewrite what no longer fits. The mind will try to hold on, to rationalize, to resist. But the soul knows when something is no longer in alignment. You do not have to fear new truth. You do not have to fear change. When you allow yourself to sit with the discomfort, when you open yourself to seeing things as they are rather than how you wish they could be, you are not losing yourself. You are finally finding clarity. Cognitive dissonance, a deep internal conflict that arises when beliefs, values, or actions contradict each other, leading to mental and emotional distress. This wound manifests as discomfort, self-doubt, and an inability to reconcile opposing truths, creating a cycle of rationalization, avoidance, or justification. There may be a struggle between personal integrity and external expectations, a disconnection between what is known and what is chosen, or a fear of confronting inconvenient truths. This can result in feelings of guilt, anxiety, or defensiveness when challenged. Over time, cognitive dissonance can lead to exhaustion as the mind constantly tries to bridge the gap between belief and reality. Some may attempt to resolve the conflict by clinging rigidly to familiar narratives, while others may oscillate between perspectives, never fully settling into an authentic truth. Physically, this wound can manifest as headaches, digestive distress, or chronic tension, particularly in the jaw and neck from suppressed frustration. Watch for patterns of denial, justifying contradictions, or avoiding information that challenges existing beliefs. Suppressing cognitive dissonance by either doubling down on false beliefs or numbing the discomfort through distraction, denial, or extreme compartmentalization. Instead of integrating new information or adjusting perspectives, some may reject anything that challenges their worldview, convincing themselves that no conflict exists. This can manifest as rigid thinking, dismissing differing opinions, or an unwillingness to acknowledge inconsistency in personal choices. Others may cope by emotionally disconnecting, avoiding deep introspection, or adopting a go-with-the-flow mentality to escape the tension of conflicting realities. In extreme cases, cognitive dissonance suppression can lead to living inauthentically, performing roles that no longer align with inner truth, but feeling trapped by fear of change. Watch for patterns of mental gymnastics, emotional numbing, or defensiveness when confronted with uncomfortable truths. Beneath the avoidance lies an opportunity to release outdated beliefs and realign with deeper personal integrity. So, journaling prompts. And like I said, for a lot of these, I just want to take them one at a time because it is a lot to take in. So this video won't be super long. So journaling prompts. What is a belief I hold that contradicts my actions or choices? When have I justified something I knew deep down wasn't right for me? How do I react when I receive information that challenges my perspective? Do I feel resistance when changing my mind? What fears arise? In what areas of my life do I feel stuck between two conflicting truths? How have my past beliefs evolved over time, and what caused those shifts? Am I holding on to certain ideas out of fear, comfort, or societal expectations? What emotions surface when I realize I may have been wrong about something important? How can I create space to hold opposing truths without shame or avoidance? If I gave myself full permission to change my mind, what would I let go of? So yeah, I'm already seeing how the innocent child archetype could be affected by that. Like someone who holds on to hope, doesn't want to see reality clearly, wants to see the potential or the hope in the situation. But yeah, like I said, a lot of these can be very triggering, and it's okay if they trigger you. It's okay if you need to stop and return to the video later. There's no shame in that. There's absolutely no shame in that. So I'll be back to do one more later today with the inner child deck and the self-parenting oracle that I'm so excited to share with you guys. So I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Give yourselves a hug today. You're worthy of love. I love you. Bye.